English is fun. Welcome. Keep calm. I'm your English teacher, Ma'am Susan. Let's begin with a prayer so that everybody today will be blessed. Let us pray. Our loving Father, we praise and glorify your name each day. We thank you for all the blessings, especially the gift of life you showered us. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to learn in this time of global pandemic. Bless our classmates, teachers, and school that we may bring hope to our community. We humbly ask for your forgiveness to all our shortcomings and help us to be a better person. Grant us wisdom, peace of mind, and a pure heart to be a blessing to other people. Father, we are grateful that you are true to your word, that you are with us and will not leave us. May you continue to bless us with your grace and love. We ask all this through Christ our Lord, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Amen. Okay, let's start with a warm up exercise. So that's okay. You'll be motivated by our lesson. So so you can tell what the word is. Okay, the first one. How can you without I? Yes, somebody. Yes, so it's smile. And then what about how can you be without I? So that is fine. How can you without I? So the word is wish. How can you be without I? So the word is friend. I am very important, but this I can never achieve without you. So the word is success. Okay, let's move on. Time flies when you're having fun. So this happens, okay, only in this subject, which is English. So when you lost your pen, okay, no pen, no pen, no notes. No notes, no study. No study, fail. Fail, no diploma. No diploma, no work. No work, no money. No money, no food. No food, skinny. Skinny, ugly. Ugly, no love. No love, no marriage. No marriage, no children. No children, alone. Alone, depression. Depression, sickness. Sickness equals death. Lesson, don't lose your pen, you will die. Okay, of course, this is just this is just a joke, okay, for fun. Now, let us have the expectations or the objectives of the lesson. Okay, the first one, okay, please read. Yes, define what parallel structure is, okay. The second one, okay, somebody read. So that is, of course, identify parallel structure and faulty parallelism. And the last one, okay, yes, use parallel structures in composing well-constructed sentences. Have you answered your pre-test? Yes or no? Of course, it's a yes. Now let us have, or let us look back, okay, to what I have discussed with you last time. What do you call these words? They are words or phrases used to connect ideas between different parts of text. So how will you be able to identify the word? Of course, by using the number codes. Okay, so this is in number codes, so you can make use of that. So anyone? Yes, okay, that is correct. All right, so they are called, or it is called, cohesive device. And it is also called, what do you think? Okay, what is it also called? Okay, what's another term for cohesive device? Yes, okay, it is signal word or phrase. So there we have it. Now let us have a quick review. Okay, so there are types of speeches, and what are they? Yes, of course, they are informative, persuasive, demonstrative, and entertaining. Okay, when we say informative, informative provides interesting and useful information to your audience. Okay, the other one is persuasive. Persuasive provides points and ideas to convince people to change in some way. And the next one is demonstrative. Provides an explanation on how to do something. Yes, okay, so you have to provide an explanation on how to do something. And then the last one, which is entertaining, provides pleasure and enjoyment to the audience. Okay, so there we have the types of speeches. Again, they are informative, persuasive, demonstrative, and entertaining. Now let us move on. So let's have a bit of knowledge about mathematics here. Okay, we know that when we talk about parallel lines, okay, so this is in math. Okay, so okay, what do you notice, okay, in these parallel lines? Yes, okay, so we can see that. Okay, how many lines, okay, do you see? So there are 2 lines. Okay, sometimes there are more than 2. So, okay, you notice that these parallel lines, okay, they go in the same direction. Okay, the 2 lines, okay, they go in the same direction. So that's what we call parallel lines. Okay? And okay, when we give the meaning, okay, when we define the meaning of parallel lines, it says here that parallel lines are 2 or more lines which are going in the exact and same direction. They stay the same distance apart. So look at the difference, okay, between parallel lines and non-parallel lines. See? Okay, parallel lines, okay, as we have said, okay, they go with the same direction, while non-parallel lines, okay, they don't. Okay. So they don't go in the same direction. That is the difference. Now let's have the introduction. The introduction, okay, which is about parallel structure. Okay, so that is our lesson. And okay, it says here that parallel structure or parallelism, which is a grammatical practice of using the same pattern of words to show that 2 ideas or more have the same level of importance, which creates a sense of harmony, balance, and clarity that you can use both in speaking and writing. Okay, remember the keyword, they must be The same, okay, they use the same pattern of words to show that two ideas or more have the same level of importance. Okay, so let's have okay, the parallel structure. Okay, how we explain it. Parallel structure means using the same pattern of words to show that two or more ideas have the same level of importance. This can happen at the word, phrase, or clause level. The usual way to join parallel structures is with the use of coordinating conjunctions, such as and, or. Okay. Now, let us see the examples given, okay, in the parallel structure of sentence. Consider this sentence. My hobbies are table tennis, reading books, and music. This sentence is grammatically incorrect. Okay, why? Because notice that, okay, in the first part, my hobbies are table tennis, reading books, and music. So they don't show a certain pattern. Okay, so they don't show the same pattern. So now let us have the parallel structure or the parallelism here. Okay, so this is the correct way. My hobbies are playing table tennis, reading books, and listening to music. Now, it is, we consider this in a parallel structure sentence because, okay, so they follow the same pattern like playing, reading, and listening. So we notice that they all have the same ending, okay, which is ing, and we call this as gerunds. Okay, and they are used as nouns. Okay, playing, table tennis, reading books, and listening. Okay, they are all nouns. So this sentence is correct because it uses parallel structure. Okay, so these are some other examples. What you see is what you get. So this is another parallel structure sentence or parallel. It shows parallelism because it uses the same pattern. What, you, okay, and then use the verb see. The other one is what you use another verb which is get. Okay, so it follows the same pattern. Okay, the other sentence, the other example, being Jim's friend means being constantly alert. So, okay, we have noticed that it uses the same word. Okay, the word is being. Being Jim's friend means being constantly alert. So that is using parallelism. And the last example is to know her is to love her. Why is this parallel structured? Why? Because they both have verbs, okay, which is called an infinitive. Okay, to know and to love. Okay, so it begins with the preposition to, followed by a verb. The same with to love. Okay, a preposition to and a verb. So that is another example of parallelism. Now let's have these other examples. Okay, let's find out why this sentence is poor. Okay, it says here that Betty has intelligence, honesty, and she is funny. Okay, so that is not in parallel structure because it did not follow the same pattern. And the improved one is Betty has intelligence, honesty, and humor. Okay, so because the last phrase, she is funny, it uses a sentence which is not parallel or which is not patterned with the first one. Okay? So they must all be nouns like intelligence, honesty, and humor. So these are the examples given. Okay, let's go to this next box. The student brushed their teeth packed their bag, and caught the bus. Okay, so that is another parallel structured sentence. Okay, ungrammatical structure is the student brushed their teeth, packed their bag, and catching the bus. So we know that this is not okay. This is not. It did not use parallelism because they did not have the same pattern. So they must use the same word, okay, which is verb. Okay, it uses a past tense verb, which are brushed, packed, and caught. All right, so let's move on. What is parallel structure? So we are now in our discussion. What is parallel structure? Parallel structure is, yes. Okay, how is it also called? Okay, it is also called parallelism. Okay, and what does it mean? Yes, okay, it means using the same pattern of words to show that two or more ideas have the same level of importance. And then the pattern can be at the word, phrase, or clause level. The usual way to join parallel structure is with the use of coordinated conjunctions such as and or. Examples, number 1, Alphonse brings pens, erasers, and calculators in the examination room. So it uses the same pattern of words which are nouns. Okay, and it uses plural nouns like pens, erasers, calculators. So they must be all pluralized. And then number 2 example, the students will clean the rooms, paint the walls, and fix the doorknobs. Right? So, okay, it is in a phrase level. Okay, it uses a verb phrase like will clean the rooms, paint the walls, and fix the doorknobs. Right. So, and number 3 example, they left the session after they had submitted the proposals and when the payment was made. So it is in a clause level. It uses an adverbial clause. Okay, the first clause is they left the session, and then the other clause is after they had submitted the proposals and when the payment was made. Okay, actually there is one clause. Okay, the first one is they left the session after they had submitted the proposal. So that is the first clause. Okay, and it uses a clause marker which is the word after, and the other clause is when the payment was made. So there we have it. It uses two clauses. Okay. First one and the second one. Now, what is faulty parallelism? It is also called parallel structure error or parallel construction error. It happens when patterns of words in a sequence or a list is not parallel or the same, as I have already explained that. Examples, learning the language involves correctness of usage and fluent speaking. Faulty parallelism. Corrected. Okay, that's a faulty parallelism. Okay, the corrected one is learning a language involves correctness. It is in noun form and usage and fluency. Okay, it's another noun in speaking. And then number 2 example, learning a language involves correct, okay, which is an adjective form, and usage, and fluent, which is another adjective form, and speaking. When should parallel structure be used? Parallel structure can be used effectively in writing. Okay, here are the list, here is the list. Example, the book contains these parts: table of contents, title page, appendix, and glossary. Infinitives, okay, we have that a while ago. To plus verb. Example, to read a book and to write a poem are my favorite hobbies. Or To read a book and write a poem are my favorite hobbies. And then, okay, the last one, words ending with ing. Example, structuring parts. Okay, the word is structuring, ending in ing. Parts of a composition and correcting pieces of information are needed in effective writing. Coordinating conjunctions in a sentence. Examples. The students like painting, writing, and playing sports. So the coordinating conjunction may paint, Vito may paint, write, or play sports in the event. So using a coordinating conjunction. Okay, the coordinating conjunction there is the word end. Okay, and then we have multiple clauses in a sentence or paragraph. Example, the trainer told the contestants that they should get a lot of sleep, that they should not eat too much, and that they should do some practice drills before the competition. So, okay, if you notice, okay, there are the first clause, the trainer told the contestants, okay, they should get a lot of sleep, that they should not eat too much, and that they should do some practice drills before the competition. So there you have it. Now let's have the activity using nay or yay. Okay, so direction says, read the sentences below carefully. Determine whether each sentence is parallel structure. Write yay if the sentence has a parallel structure and nay if it has faulty parallelism. Write your answer on the answer sheet provided. Number 1. Alphonse loves reading novels, short stories, and poems. Okay, what do you think is the right answer to this? Yes, okay. The answer here in number 1 is yay. Why? Because they follow, okay, the same pattern. Okay, reading novels, short stories, and poems. Okay, novels, short stories, and poems. And how about number 2? The students are required to listen attentively, taking down notes, and to behave nicely during the webinar. What do you think that is? Is it a yay or nay? So it is a nay. Why? Because they did not follow, okay, the same pattern. Okay? Okay, what are they? Okay, the first one are required to listen. Okay, the verb used here is to listen. Okay, that is an infinitive. Okay, attentively taking down notes and to behave nicely during the webinar. So taking down is not it is not following, okay, the pattern here. So this is nay. And then number 3, the teachers drafted the outline, wrote essay, and prepared the test. Yes? What is your answer? Yes, okay, the answer is yay. Why? Because it follows the same pattern. So, okay, the verb used, the verb used is a past tense, drafted, wrote, and prepared. Number 4, to write poetry and composing music have a relaxing effect. Yes, what is it? Is it a yay or a nay? Yes, it is a nay. Because they don't have the same pattern of verb. Okay, the first one is to write, and the other one is composing. So they are not the same pattern. So that is a nay. And what about number 5? The class was assigned to deliver a speech and debating. So, what is your answer? So, the answer must be it's an A. The class was assigned to deliver a speech and debating. So, the verbs used are not aligned. They are not aligned to each other. Number 6, everyone's dreams are to finish school and to become successful. What is your answer? Right? So the answer must be yay, because they follow the same pattern of A. It uses verb to finish school and to become successful. The number 7, to see is to believe, while to do is believing. What do you think that is? Okay, it uses a clause here. So, okay, you might as well, okay, answer this. Okay, of course, okay, the answer must be, okay, it is a yay, because they follow the same pattern, see and to do. Then, okay, number 8, the school provides an environment of learning, fun, and discovery. What is your answer? So number 8, okay, is a yay, because they have the same pattern. Okay, it uses a noun, okay, learning, fun, and discovery. Fun is also a noun. It is used as a noun. Then number 9, weekends are for resting and for bonding with loved ones. What do you think that is? Yes, okay, it is a yay, because they have the same pattern. Okay? It follows the same pattern for resting and for bonding. And then the last one, laughter and crying are good for your heart. What do you think it is? Okay, so that is yay, because laughter and crying are both nouns. Okay, so do not be confused with that. Okay, they are used as nouns. Laughter and crying are good for the heart. So let us remember, okay, class, that parallel structure means what? Yes, using the same pattern of words to show that two or more ideas have the same level of importance. And then a faulty parallelism happens when patterns of words in a sequence or a list is not parallel or the same. Parallel structure can be used in lists, coordinating conjunctions in sentence, infinitives, and multiple clauses in a sentence or paragraph. Now, let us check your understanding. Direction says, answer the questions below. Write the answer on the space provided on the answer sheet. Number 1, what is parallel structure or parallelism? Number 2, differentiate parallel structure to faulty parallelism. And number 3, in what situations parallel structures are usually used? You have to provide at least 2. And then in your reflection, as this module ends, reflect on your journey in learning the lesson and surpassing the challenging tasks by answering the thought bubbles below. The first one is, what I am happy about. It's very interesting. Okay, and the other one is, what I am challenged. What I am challenged by. So what do you think, okay, is part of the lesson that you are challenged with? That you need to, you need to read more, okay, and analyze. Yes. So it would be easier, okay, if you just look at the examples. Okay, the examples will give you the idea, okay, how to find parallelism or parallel structure in a sentence. And then, of course, you have your post test. Okay, direction says, write T if the statement is true and F if it is false. If the statement is false, write the word or phrase that makes it incorrect. Use the space provided on the answer sheet. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, and then in letter B, there's a letter B directions. Identify whether the following sentences contain parallel structure or faulty parallelism. Write PS for parallel structure and FP for faulty parallelism in the space provided in the answer sheet. Okay, so there we have it. So that concludes our discussion for today, and the title is about parallelism or parallel structure. So thank you. Always stay safe, and God bless. Okay, bye bye. Bye bye, everybody.